Hello children, I welcome you all to the next class of components of food. But before I start my today's topic, what will I do? I will do little revision of what we have done in the previous class. In the previous class, I finished all the important components of the food, that is carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughage and water. Okay, I told you the different sources of these nutrients. I told you that what is the importance of these nutrients, each nutrient, and if you don't involve or include in your diet in the enough amount of these nutrients, what are you going to face? The deficiency diseases. Okay, I hope you all have revised this very well. And I have to tell you something more related to the nutrients, that all the food items like rice, wheat, fruits, milk, egg, cereals, all these are not only giving you only one nutrient. One ingredient can give you more than one type of nutrient, and every nutrient has its own importance. For example, milk is a rich source of calcium. Milk is a rich source of proteins. Milk is also giving you little fat also, because the cream is present in the milk, that gives you fat also. So there are number of nutrients available in the different types of food materials. Okay, so today we will going to begin our new topic, that is balanced diet. Okay, now till now in the lower classes you must have studied what is the meaning of balanced diet. Balanced diet means the diet which is having all the nutrients in the right amount that your body needs. To remain healthy, the body requires all the nutrients in the right amount. So, if you are having that type of diet in which all the nutrients are present in the right amount, then it is called as a balanced diet, because no single food item can contain all the nutrient. Like if you are eating only potato every day in a vegetable, will you give all the other vitamins and minerals? No. So what we have to do? We have to do a combination of the food items to include all the nutrients. So write down this definition. A balanced diet is one that contains the proper amounts of all the nutrients, which keeps us healthy and growing. Okay, you can see that I have made different structures. What is the requirement of a growing child? A growing child is growing. The number of cells are increasing. The hands are increasing. The height is increasing. The brain is increasing. Everything is growing. So what do they need? They need bodybuilding food as compared to an adult. So in this type of diet, what has to be included more? More proteins are needed for the growing child. But on the same case, the laborers, you might have seen when the building is built, many people are working as a laborers. The rickshawalas, the heavy coolies, they all are called as hard working laborers. So they need what? They need energy, because their work needs so much of energy. So their food, their balanced diet should be like that. It should be including more fat and carbohydrates. Why? Because they are energy giving food. Similarly, if you see that nursing mothers, the mothers who have just given birth to the newborn child, they are feeding that child with their milk. This is called as nursing mother. And the pregnant woman, the women or the mothers who are carrying the baby in their tummy, or who are going to give birth to a child. So they also need more proteins. Why? Because in their body system, the new life is growing, the growth of the life is going on in the system, in her own body. So they need more proteins. So what will they include? Now if a protein has to be included, they need more dals, they need fish, they need milk, they need eggs. Okay, but in the case of fats and carbohydrates, they need more kind of rice, they will eat more sugar, they will eat more ghee. Okay, so this type of balanced diet has to be different from one person to another person. It's not like once you have made a balanced diet, one katori dal, one katori rice, vegetable, fruits. So it is not going to help everybody. Everybody's diet has to be different according to their personal need. And what is the personal need? According to their life situation and according to their work pattern. Okay, so this is called as balanced diet. So that is why I have written here, balanced diet is not same for everyone, because everyone body system is different. Like child body system is different from the pregnant mother. The pregnant mother's body system is different from the laborers. So the requirement of their body nutrients is different from each other. Okay. Now a picture of it. You can see that this is the balanced diet, in which this is the carbohydrate sources, this is the protein sources, this is the fat sources, these are the protein sources, these are the vitamins and mineral sources. So everything, if you include in your diet in the appropriate amount according to your needs, you are going to be healthy and what? Away from all the kinds of disease. You will keep growing in the healthy manner. Now, along with having the nutritious food, you are including everything. But if you are cooking your food in an improper manner, you are going to spoil everything. Because even after bringing good quality of food items, fresh vegetables and fruits, if you are not taking care while cooking, then you are not going to get the benefits of those things. Okay, so you should be following some of the instructions. Like first one, you can see that food like vegetables and cereals, meat are cooked before the consumption. Like the vegetables, some of the vegetables you can eat raw, like salads, but other vegetables you cannot eat raw because this will be difficult for you to digest. Cereals, rice, wheat, you can't eat raw, and meat, you can't eat raw, so they have to be cooked before consumption. But cooking is also need some proper care. This has to be taken care. Why cooking is needed? Why we should cook before eating? Because cooking makes the food tastier, softer and easily digestible. Because if you cook the food, it gets very tasty and it becomes soft so that it can be easily broken down by your teeth and it can be easily digested by your digestive system. But what are the things that you should follow? First, we say that before eating any fruits and vegetables, we should wash. But washing of the vegetables should not be done after cutting or peeling. If you want to eat an apple, before you cut or peel, you wash it and then only you consume. Don't cut or peel and then wash. Why? Because this can be loss of the nutrients present in that food item and then you are going to wash away the nutrients also. And even the washing of rice and the pulses leads to loss of vitamins and minerals. That means you should not wash it excess. Once you wash the rice or the pulses, that's okay. You just washing and you are, so that will lose the vitamins and minerals present in those ingredients. Second point, if you are cooking the food, we add some amount of water to make it soft. But if you add excess water, what will happen? If you have seen that you have cooked rice with excess of water, the rice will be cooked. But after that, you see so much of water is present in the cooked rice. So what you do? We just remove the water from it. What happens? With that removal of water, we are not only removing the water, we are also removing the nutrients from the food. So we should put accurate, appropriate amount of water while cooking. No excess of water should be added. Now, cooking with excess of water and further removal of the water leads to the loss of water. Now, vitamin C, as I have already told when I was teaching you the vitamins, vitamin C gets destroyed on cooking. So, some of the fruits which are carrying vitamin C, some of the vegetables which are having the vitamin C, it should be consumed raw. like lemon has vitamin C, amla has vitamin C, the fruits, citrus fruits, oranges, malta, they have grapes. So we should not cook it, we should eat it, but wash it and then eat it. Similarly, there are certain minerals also, they get destroyed while cooking. Sodium, they get destroyed while cooking. Now, cooking in excess oil also leads to loss of the nutrient. Cooking in the excess oil, you add so much of oil, and what happens? We are not only losing the nutrient, we are accumulating more fat in it. Eating so much of oil and butter and ghee will make you obese. So these are some of the important points that you should follow while cooking the food and or eating the food before cooking. So all these things you have to take care while eating the food. Now, as I have said that what is the deficiency diseases means? If you are not including appropriate amount of nutrient in your food, then what are you going to cause? This is going to cause you deficiency disease. So deficiency diseases are the diseases that are caused by the lack of certain and essential nutrients. A person may be getting enough food to eat, but sometimes the food may not contain a particular nutrient. If this continues over a long period of time, the person may suffer from its deficiency. We have discussed a number of deficiency diseases, but right now we will do in detail. You have seen that a large number of people, poor people, many are there around us, they don't get the food, proper food to eat. What proper food? They don't get the 2 times lunch or dinner also properly. So such people are said to be malnourished. That means their nourishment in the body is not appropriate. So that is called as malnourished. So they eat much less than their body needs. So if their body is not getting the adequate amount of food also, nutrients also, they get malnourished. And if this condition continues for a long period of time, that condition is called as malnutrition. So what is malnutrition? Malnutrition is that condition which occurs in the people when they are not getting the food properly and they are not getting the nutrients, amount of nutrients that is actually needed by them. So if this condition continues, they will suffer from many deficiency diseases. I have given you the deficiency of this. You just note down. Deficiency of one or more nutrients can cause diseases or disorders in our body. Diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period of time are called deficiency diseases. Like shortage of a nutrient in a diet is harmful, and prolonged deficiency leads to illness. Even excess is harmful. So deficiency is not only harmful, excess of the nutrient in the body is also harmful for the body system. I have just jotted down all the deficiency and excess of the nutrients in one place. Now you can see that lack of carbohydrate, that means energy giving food is lacking. So energy is lacking. So what happens? That leads to weakness and asthma. Asthma, you know, a condition in which the person is unable to breathe properly. That is called as asthma. You can see that the person is unable to breathe. You can just enlarge it and you get to know. But if we are eating excess of carbohydrates, I told you earlier also, excess of carbohydrates, if you are not utilizing that much carbohydrate to produce energy, it starts storing in our body system. Under the skin, it is stored in the form of fat. So that will lead to obesity. Now you can see the green is healthy. Eating so much of carbohydrate is increasing the circumference of this person, and the person is becoming obese. So the obese person not only becoming fat, the heart is also getting affected because the blood vessels of the heart is started filling with the cholesterol, and the cholesterol blocks the blood flow and it can lead to heart attack. Now for protein, lack of protein causes a disease like kwashiorkor, and it is generally seen in the children. This is kwashiorkor suffering children. So in the protein deficiency, the child becomes deficient of protein and the disease is kwashiorkor. The symptoms of the kwashiorkor are swelling of the stomach. You can see that how the balloon type stomach has been formed, and the face becomes very patchy skin and very pale skin. Legs becomes very thin as compared to the belly, but the face becomes patchy and pale. Second one is marasmus. Marasmus is also seen in the children, which is the deficiency of protein, carbohydrates and fats. The child becomes so thin that the skin becomes fold in the form of folds in the body, and you can see the child is itself looking like a skeleton. Okay, if that child is not getting enough protein in his or her diet for a long period, the growth will be stopped, the face will become swollen, and the color of the skin and the hair will be discolored. Diarrhea, loose motions will take place. Now, some vitamins we had already discussed, but again I am going to revise. Vitamin A deficiency lead to night blindness. What is the symptom? The person cannot see properly in the dim light or the night. Vitamin B1, the disease is very, the nervous system gets affected. Paralysis. Paralysis means one side the person's becomes have the limb stops working. Weak muscles, you can see that this is the beriberi, it's given here, you can see this. B3, you can see that it is called pellagra. Pellagra is what? Dementia, diarrhea and the skin gets affected in the pellagra. You can see that how the skin got affected. Patchy white skin is formed in the pellagra. Vitamin B5, you can see that the skin order against the cracks around the mouth, you can see that, and the nervous breakdown also take place. Now you can see that vitamin B12, this is a kind of anemia which is caused. This is becomes muscle and the nerve paralysis takes place. The person becomes very early, he becomes tired so fast. Okay, vitamin C, scurvy, you can see that scurvy affects the gums of the person. It becomes swollen and the bleeds, it starts bleeding in from the gums. Vitamin D, rickets in the children, the bones becomes weak and it becomes curved. It deforms that. You can see that this is the normal, this is the rickets. So rickets, the bone gets deformed in the deficiency of vitamin D. Vitamin K is the blood hemorrhage. The clotting of the blood stops and the blood starts flowing from the body. Mineral, calcium, brittle bones, excessive bleeding, stunted growth. Sodium, dehydration, body becomes weak. Phosphorus, bad bones and body becomes weak. Teeth also becomes weak. Iron, anemia. Fluorine, dental decay. Potassium, muscle weakness. And iodine is like goiter. I have discussed that the thyroid glands become swollen, and here in the neck area the gland swollen and the proper amount of thyroxine hormone does not get produced. So we end up our chapter here, children. Now we will do the question and answers. Good day, children.